Hi there, Dragon Ball Infinity. I'm Luke, your roleplay admin, and this is a roleplay review for the log Philosophical Differences by Lai and Raist, or Brian and Raist. Um, the log is well written. You guys are great role players. You're returning characters, returning players, so you're really familiar with the setting. You're really familiar with what's expected. Um, I liked I liked the opening with Brian. I'm probably gonna keep calling you Lie over and over and over in this log or in this review, but I really like the opening with Brian. Kind of showed his academic side. Um, he says some kind of strange things though. He kind of has like a really rough around the edges, like sort of pompous college student sort of thing going on. I guess the society of the mind has, I don't know. I wouldn't say that he's bitter, but he seems a little bit like sort of has a bloated ego of himself, um, which is reminds me a little bit of Elias. He's got a lot of traits from Elias, or a lot of similarities in that way. Um, as far as Race seems really well-meaning, but he's not willing to put up with uh, he's not willing to put up with things that really go against his beliefs. Uh, so when so when eventually the conflict arises, when you guys get drugged back into the back alley, he's the first to attack, even when Brian is telling him not to and trying to resolve the situation peacefully. The combat, even though it's only a few posts, I really like the combat that you did, um, Raced. It was it was really well written. It was really detailed, really descriptive, and I could picture it really well, especially towards the end where you slammed someone against the wall and sort of like bent their spine and mule kicked them, that kind of thing. That was well done. Then you guys kind of get into an argumental spat about your different philosophies, uh, which a little too wordy, uh, I think. Um, I see. I envision Race as someone who acts more than he speaks. Um, is more concerned with what he's doing rather than what he says he's doing. You guys kind of had like a weird energy in the log, kind of friction, you could say, and that's good. It can start rivalries. I would like to see a rivalry between the two of you. Maybe not necessarily one based around combat, not like Cade and Ragnios used to be, but like a philosophical rivalry where the two of you are trying to complete sort of the same goal and using your different means to achieve that goal. That would be interesting to see. All in all, though, it's a good log. Of course, you guys did great. You're great role players. I would like to see you get a little bit out of the slums of Sector 71 and get out of the really typical Earth background. I would like to have you guys move. I'm pretty sure that Brian is already on his way to Xeon 7 while I'm doing this log. So he'll be leaving, obviously, and even in this log, he's already in the process of leaving. But you guys have sort of run over this ground a little bit. You used to, in Sector 8, you sort of fought the Sons of Sin, and you had the Syndicate, and you fought kind of petty criminals over your roleplay careers before. So I'd like to see you guys take on a little bit more of a challenge this time, something a little bit bigger. Maybe an alien army or a group of powerful metahumans that maybe it would take several attempts to finally defeat, or you might have to systematically defeat them one by one. That would be interesting, sort of like a Tree of Might style metahuman group. That would be something that I think you guys could take on really well. Maybe not on Earth, but maybe on a different planet. Who knows? I'll have to see where Race decides to take his character. Like I said, I know Brian's on his way to Xeon 7, but we'll see if Race decides to stay on Earth or if he wants to follow in the action. Um, but I can promise if you do go to Xeon 7, and if I finally get internet and finally get time, you'll definitely be having some interesting stuff happening. Anyway, good job, guys. I'll see you in the chat.